all 5 episodes of the new limited series Doug Days from Disney and Pixar premiered on Disney Plus this past weekend. And it follows Doug, also known as the dog from Up, as he spends his days discovering the wonders of suburbia, while living with Carl, the old man from Up. And all 5 episodes, like I said, are available on Disney Plus. And, it's funny, for whatever reason, I expected the episodes to be longer than they were, but they're an average of less than 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But, I still felt like it worked. Did you walk away from this, wanting a bit more? Did you feel like you got enough out of each episode?
Honestly, I feel like I got too much, mainly because I just want to preface this before I even talk about Doug Days. For Doug Days, I think for little kids and families to watch it, I think they're gonna enjoy it. They're gonna have a good time, a good laugh. That's among those things. Ages 3 to 10. I think maybe they're gonna enjoy it. 3 to 11, that sort of thing. For me, however, I was honestly bored, and this show made me realize how much I did not like the character Doug.
Wow. Okay, that's a twist.
Yeah, I fell asleep during the first episode, and then I continued watching it, and I wasn't big on it. It was definitely it's weird because it's I didn't think it was that funny too. The only episode I actually did like was actually really the last one. The very last one, I think that was my favorite one out of all of it, just because that actually made me laugh quite a few times. But yeah, Doug Days, I think to me, it just didn't work for me personally. That's the thing. Like I said, for young kids, for families, for something fun to watch, and you want something in the realm of Up, I think this is definitely going to be for them. But for me, I mean, I've grown since Up, and I'm not saying it's out of my thing. No, I love animated stuff. I love Up. This was definitely something of interest, but it just didn't hit as much as I thought it would for me. And, did I have a fun time with it? Unfortunately, not really. That's the unfortunate part.
Wow, okay.
So,
I mean, honestly, I enjoyed this a bit more than I thought it was going to. I thought it would just be, another way to kill an hour. But, honestly, I thought this was a nice and cute and sweet, fun way to kill an hour. I mean, one of the things I really like about the show is that, I saw, again, kind of contrasting what you said about Doug's character. I actually loved his character even more after watching the show. I kind of dug a bit more into the, innocence and simplicity of Doug's changing perspective on things, and I always loved the way that he goes about, just saying and communicating his thoughts, because, in a lot of ways, the way he thinks and says things, quote, says things, kind of reminds me of how I imagined my own dog to sound if she could talk. Like I said, that just sort of, lovable, but kind of dopey and simple way of looking at things. And I also liked how, and it kind of felt like the show built on Doug and Carl's friendship a bit, which, again, I thought it was just going to be, Doug doing a bunch of shenanigans and whatnot throughout the neighborhood, but I'm like, okay, this feels like something a little more than that. You see a bit more of, as far as, how Carl and Doug acts around and reacts to each other, which I really, like I said, I didn't expect to get that much out of this. And also, I gotta say, too, the animation is really great, too.
Yeah, like I said, again, for me, I just didn't have a great time with it, but I know for younger families, that sort of thing, they're definitely going to enjoy it. I'm not saying it's bad at all. No, I'm not saying it's just, it wasn't for me. However, I do agree with you saying that it did show a bit more of Doug and Carl's relationship, which I did dig a lot. I dug it a bit. But again, not to
you
the point.
You dug it a bit? Ha ha.
But yeah, it wasn't to the point where I was infatuated or anything like that. I was just like, okay, it's cool, but at the end, I was just like, eh. I mean, I killed time, but at the same time, it's like, is this something I would have watched? No, not really. Or would watch again? No, not really. Like I said, it's just a fun little series to just watch. That's almost in the realm of Pixar popcorn. Pixar popcorn. Something like that. So I mean, like I said, it's weird because it's like I wanted to have a good time, but at the same time, I just didn't, and again, that's just me personally. But for families, other people, they'll probably get a kick out of the show.
All right, so I guess that means I'm not as old as I thought it was. If only younger people will enjoy it, huh? I see how it is. But no, in all seriousness, like, and again, like, am I gonna remember this forever? I don't know. Like I said, like, I smiled for an hour. I smiled for about an hour. That's the best way that I could put it. I did enjoy it. But is it in the same league as Up? Obviously not. It's not even close. But it was a nice little thing for Disney and Pixar to just throw out there, and and I just I ate breakfast while watching the whole thing, and it was a nice breakfast. It was a nice little extended breakfast, so I appreciated that. So again, like, for all you guys, again, what did you think of Disney Pixar's Doug Days? Did you like it? Were you expecting a bit more? Again, whatever thoughts are running through your mind as far as the series, leave them in the comment section wherever it is that you can.